What's up, everybody? Let's see here. Frame out a little bit. Hey, thanks for stopping by. Wanted to make this short video today. Right now, I just cut it actually, and I thought it was great. Thought it was going to be a nice one take I could throw up on the topic here. Go inside, and of course, it didn't roll. I've actually worked on film sets before, and the amount that's happened on good takes is kind of crazy. So anyway, back again. I want to discuss two-party politics and how the two-party political system is dead. Our political system as an institution is dead and corrupt, and what does that mean, right, for us? So, man, the amount of people that are still caught up in this amazes me. At this point, I think it does us a service to discuss things in reality for what they are. I think I do this with politics here. I've done this for years now. Calling myself conservative, left, right, conservative, Democrat, Republican, any of it, it really does all of us a disservice because we're discussing what we understand to be a corrupt, dangerous institution as something legitimate, right? And all of a sudden we pick our heads up after bitching about how much of a mess everything is all the time, and then we start acting like everything is legitimate come voting time. Then you can throw in just the actual fact of the elections and what they've become, right? So there's plenty of reasons for us to talk about why our political system is dead and obsolete. But the facts are, I don't think it's really too much of an argument at this point. So they continue to keep everyone in this back and forth, left, right stupor, right? The facts are is that I believe, I've been saying this for a long time, we're not split down the middle like they say we are. Maybe going back to one point after Obama, but for a while now, I think people have really, more people are on the same side than they realize. Now, if you throw in that our political system, our two-party political system, constrains our reality, so that real competition from a third party isn't possible, right? Pardon me. Right, so it's not a two-party system, or it's not a multi-party system that they say we have. It's a really locked in to be a two-party system. So the facts are is that if people really thought that a third party or another way would be possible, they would have long thrown themselves behind it en masse. And as a matter of fact, I think the only thing that's kept people from doing that multiple times in our recent history, Nader, Perot, and Trump just did it, is the fact that they made us think it's not possible. Now, what did Trump show us? Like, warp speed's all I need to tell you, right? He's definitely a part of this play. And they're putting him back in to like whip everybody up. And God bless you, patriots, and all you conservatives, but we need to reject this system. He's nothing good for us. He's an actor, and we need to wipe everything clean. Okay? So Orange Man is bad at this point. That's for sure. And I think that it's funny that meme has come like really back around, because that's what I see in my fellow Republicans that are buying into all this. Could he be the most competent at this point? Maybe. But I don't really want to give him the reins again. He just still stands by these corporation friends of his that have put this poison into all of us, right? Which I'm going to cut another video right now after this about LeBron James's kid, and we'll talk about that. I'll read about a paper that I had from 2020 that discusses some of these things as a scary forecast that are now clearly true. But he co-signed all that. And he started that. He hasn't accepted responsibility for it. So that by itself is reason to reject everything. But our politics is dead, right? So hopefully a lot of you guys out there, they're in the comment sections with me. You come and follow this channel. I want to grow this community. Just understanding that point I want to get people behind that, because that's the main goal. I'm going to discuss a lot of other issues on this channel, but it all gets behind about what do we, it all comes down to what do we do about it. And if we want to like act with one foot in reality or establish reality and one foot out, the main way to do it right now is reject all institutions, and politics needs to be one. So I hope everybody's healthy out there. I'm going to relate this to one story quick that gives us a little proof on what I'm talking about and why we need to move forward a certain way. But I hope everybody's doing good. I had a nice ride on my bike this morning, and just out here in my garden, working the land a little bit. So I hope this finds everybody in a good place. Last thing I want to talk about on this topic here, on how our politics is dead and the institutions surrounding our government are corrupt. They're all corrupt. And why we need to reject them is a real psyop, a real operation, psychological operation, right? In real time. People talk about conspiracies, people talk about all these things, but if you want to see how distractions really work, let's look at our recent history here quick with me. So, before Corona happened, I'm going to check on I'm rolling right now. Yeah, we're rolling. This was going pretty good. I want to make sure I didn't do what I did last time. So, before Corona happened, anyone that's a student knows that there was Yellow Jacket protests going on in France. They were doing this for about a year up to that point, and what the lockdowns did was they squashed that, okay? And it wasn't just France, it was all over the world. Citizens were revolting. They weren't doing it for what the media was reporting it for, right? If they did report them at all, any of these protests, they were calling them climate change protests. They were giving them any other reason for what they really were. They were an incompetency of government protests. These were citizens getting out in the street and protesting their corrupt governments and institutions. So the lockdown squashed that, okay? We had that same feeling in our country, right? But what they did, they started a race war with the George Floyd thing, and they rolled it all into that. So all of our collective energy that we had built up, political energy, left, right, with Trump and everything else for years now, right? Us seeing that our government like really need replaced. Even the people that were brainwashed are still saying drain the swamp. It was getting really close, and they really made the January 6th show out to be such a big deal, because they're really, look at them, trying to discourage this exact thing from happening in reality, right? So what they did was they took all that collective energy that we had for our corrupt government and corrupt officials and put it into this George Floyd thing. They let people go around our country and destroy our cities, and they still do in a different way. They're still doing it, and they're trying to entice us to fight each other. So let's be aware of that. They're trying to do it again right now. It's Jason Aldean's song. They're trying to do it again right now. So let's rise above, be aware of where we are. The two-party system is dead. We need to reject politics and put people in place that aren't from any establishment, any corporation. We need to put normal people in place. This is what our Constitution calls sacrificing and stepping up. It's not the word I'm looking for, but committing your personal time to government, because the people that are doing it are bought off, right? So we need to do that. And either way, no matter what, we need to organize en masse behind something that isn't the establishment. We can't consent to these arbiters of truth who are proven liars. So let's rise above this. If you like what I have to say, if this resonates with you, please follow and please stick with this channel. We need to organize this, guys. So God bless. Love you all. Two-party politics is dead. Our institutions are dead. Know what that means. Don't give your consent. God bless.